Today's video, we're going to talk about should I offer discounts on my website promoting my products and or services? One or the other, doesn't matter which one it is. I'm going to cover exactly what the answer to that question is. The short answer of it is, just like the title mentions, is yes, you should absolutely be offering a service as long as you fit within the main business categories where this actually will increase the profitability of your operation every time, okay? There are some markets where, mainly when you're talking about luxury services or products, you don't want to discount because it cheapens your brand. But for everything else, and I don't care what you say, discounts are going to make you more money, because these discounts that I'm talking about here play upon, if you will, the just basic human psychology and how humans tick and what they react to and how they behave as humans. When you are able to understand how human psychology works and to play to the things that people naturally have no defense for, you're going to basically get more sales every time. You could say, well, I don't have the margins to offer a discount. Well, the reality is raising your prices so you can have a discount available in the marketing and advertising and promotion that you're doing of your products or services. You'll be better off doing that than not, complaining and saying that you have no margins so you can't offer a discount at all. I know that because I've done this enough times now. I've worked with hundreds of companies, don't do discounts and are saying similar things as I just mentioned, as well as companies that are heavy into discounts. The discounts are going to help us get more results faster, scale an ad campaign faster than not having the discounts. Newsflash, every business says they don't have very good margins. I don't care. You could go and talk to 10 business owners. Go walk down a strip mall sometime. Talk to the business owners and ask, do you think you have good margins? Everybody's going to say, no, my margins isn't very good. I can't offer a discount. Some may say they have great margins. They usually don't charge enough, and they're undercharging. And because they're undercharging, they don't have any ammo to get people excited about coming in the door. Grocery stores, for instance, have known about this for decades already. The main thing that they do to get people excited, and that plays a very key part in making those businesses work, is discounts. They have they take it to the extreme. They have what are called loss leaders. They will literally lose money on product just to get additional foot traffic into the door. As you're talking about online businesses, this same principle applies. The human psychology never changed. People's mindsets have changed, and they say, well, I'm not a grocery store, or I'm not this or that. The psychology doesn't change from niche to niche. For the most part, unless you're a luxury brand, like I was saying. So you could leave the extra profit on the table for somebody else to get it in your niche space, or you could just wise up and finally wake up, smell the coffee, and realize that humans like a deal. They're always going to want a deal, and they're going to be more likely to jump and do what you want them to do if there's something you're giving them as an incentive to jump, and not just jump when they feel like it, but right away, which is where the discount has the power to actually increase response rates, conversion rates, and ultimately profitability in your business and advertising that you're trying to run to your website right now. So with that said, I will go through what it is, how to set up these discounts. And if you watch to the end of the video, I'll have a case study where I talk about how much this actually can matter to your bottom line of any current efforts to drive traffic at your site right now. I'm Corey Ziman, owner of Guaranteed PPC, a PPC/advertising agency that guarantees results for their clients. In that, we do not charge a management fee to our clients until we can get them a certain minimum lift in profitability or profitability in general in their campaigns up front. We're the only agency on the planet doing any kind of a guaranteed program like that. And with that, I've been doing advertising for 20 years to understand how to be able to offer those kind of results to clients. And that is the basis of all the knowledge that I'm giving you here in today's video. It's coming from myself, having spent all the years to figure out what works and what doesn't work on an overall basis, working with hundreds of different companies out there in different niches. So with that said, getting into the content here, one of the ways that people buy more from you is by and through building urgency in the prospective buyer that you want to buy from you, as well as FOMO, or fear of missing out. If you want to know, you like the information I'm giving you here, definitely go check out Cialdini's 7 principles, human psychology and sales, and people liking and generating sales in your business. I forgot the exact title of the book, but I give you enough information to find it. Basically, what this psychologist had done is figured out the 7 things that gets people to, buy, if you will, psychological principles. A couple of which is urgency and perceived scarcity will play a factor in how likely somebody is to buy something once they're pitched something in general. And the more of those 7 that you can weave into your marketing and advertising, the more it's going to work. This is just, and it's because humans on a psychological level are all kind of the same. Yes, people have different levels of desire of whether they want your product or service, but it increases the likelihood that that person's going to buy. And if they were already highly likely to buy, they're a little bit more likely to buy even yet. And if they were only a little bit likely to buy because of their desirability of what you offer, they're still going to be a little bit more than that. So there's no reason not to work these into your business. And this is just a couple of the 7 that actually are proven scientifically to get people to buy more product. Because the deal is, I say this all the time to people in my business with our clients, and I say, if you let people just buy on their own damn schedule, they're gonna buy less from you than if you give them an incentive to buy now. This is why if you go to a car dealership, the salespeople are going to hassle you. And if you say, I need to think about it or whatnot, I'll come back later, they're gonna do absolutely everything they can to get you to not leave and make a decision then and there, because when people procrastinate, you're going to have drop-off rates in terms of whether they're going to purchase or not. If they say they're going to purchase on Friday when they get paid, maybe they will, maybe they won't. Maybe they will forget about it, or maybe on Friday they'll piss away their money on, at the strip club. Or maybe they will, basically buy from the competitor because the competitor made a run at them and they ended up buying from them. So there's a lot of uncertainty there. Anything you can do incentive-wise to get them to make a decision now, because a lot of these things where they say, when I get paid, I'll buy, it's just these reasons they say why they don't buy, it's to get you to leave them alone. The more likely you can make them make the ultimate decision whether to buy from you sooner, the more of those purchases you're going to get, because more of those people are actually going to buy and buy from you in general specifically. With that, the premise of the discount is to get somebody who would have normally took their sweet ass time to decide if they're going to buy or not, to have to put them on the spot and actually get them to decide to buy now. Because in the user's mind, if you're going to offer them 20% off today, or if you come back tomorrow, I'm not going to offer you no 20% off, then it puts a person that you want to sell to that's already interested on the spot to say to themselves, do I really want this or don't I want it? Because I don't want to wait the end of the week and then have to pay 20% more. So it puts them on the spot and it gives them something, you throw them a bone essentially for them to be able to decide. You say, hey, if you make a decision now versus waiting until Friday, I'll give you 20%. So there's an incentive to make a decision now, and that's where the discount increases the profitability of any ad traffic you're driving to your site right now. And I've seen that time and time again. It's not even to be disputed anymore. This is a proven scientific way to increase the profitability of your ad traffic by offering discounts because of the reasons I said. For any consumer brands, barring luxury goods or luxury services, you will always make more money through offering discounts than not having any discounts at all, even when you have to raise your prices first, which I know that's very skeezy to, raise your prices to offer a discount. I realize that, but this is the way of the world. And let's be completely frank about the situation. All these places that are offering any kind of a discount, free shipping or anything, that money doesn't come from nowhere. They raise their prices to a certain level to where they could offer that. You're not doing anything different than anybody else that's ever in the history of business that offered a discount is doing. They, ultimately know that they got to be competitive in their marketplace, so they can either have low prices with no discount or they have high prices with a discount. Take your pick. I don't want to hear any uppity people saying, well, that's unethical to raise your prices to offer a discount. What works to sell product is what you should be doing. And for that matter, if you have a product or service that's going to change the person's life in a positive way, you not doing whatever you can to please them psychologically is not going to help them at the end of the day. So you can ethically help them or unethically help them, at the end of the day, if they're helped and they got a good value out of your product or service, they're not going to give a shit you tricked them into it. Ultimately, you could literally tell them later on you tricked them into it and they ain't going to care anyway. I mean, just think about it from that perspective. Anyway, with that said, okay? Now, by the way, if you wanted, as I'm just about ready here to describe on how to actually set up your discounts, to actually take advantage of the fact that you have a discount and that you had to raise your prices to be able to offer a discount, you can actually just have our agency set this up for you. We've set this up dozens of times and it gets results, and it isn't to be questioned as to whether it will get results and get results as good as what I'm talking about or better. But if you're interested in doing that and getting a guarantee along with it of hitting certain numbers, we do that for clients that are a firm. You can reach out to me at Guarantee PPC for a free consultation at guaranteeppc.com. We don't work with just any client. You got to have something great that we want to wrap our hands around and we know we can do really well with. But if you want to see if we can work together and what the kind of guarantee we would be able to offer you is, you can reach out to me and we'll put some numbers together for you and a plan, if you will. We also sell, by the way, ad templates. A lot of you guys watching these videos don't want an ad agency, and I understand that. But if we've already done all the work in your niche area and a different geographic area than you're in, different country or different city, you can take the winning ads that sell that same product or service and copy paste them into your account and get all the same results that we're getting, but with none of the hassle and money and time it took to figure out how to get those results. And you do yourself a huge freaking favor just to take those templates from us for a one-time fee, copy paste them into your account and get the same results we're getting, of which we can tell you the results up front that we're getting. We've worked in over 100 niche markets in the last 10 years of running this advertising firm. So the chances are decent that we've already done all the work to figure out the best ad, best landing page, best campaign structure that'll work in your market the best after spending millions of dollars in ad spend to figure it all out in your niche market. We've got people using these templates to sell leads even, flipping leads because we were able to generate leads at a low cost after spending all that money in ad spend and all the testing to figure it out. We've got people that started in e-commerce that were clueless, didn't know how to do it, sell a product that they can get from China that our client sells and sell it in a country that our client isn't in, which is, there's no conflict of interest there to do that. Anyway, if you're interested in that, you can also reach out to me. Getting back to the content in here in general, now, as far as this case study goes, this client sold boating gear, okay? Just to tell you right up off the top. You're talking about boating, marine accessories. We're talking stuffed, paint, speakers, anything that you're going to use to accessorize a boat. Anchors. What we did here, client had the same limiting belief that so many businesses do, which is, I can't raise my prices because our clients are not going to buy from us anymore, which for you to, by the way, say that the prices you have all your products set at or services set at is the perfect price, you can't do better by adjusting your price, is just purely being completely freaking arrogant. There's no way your random pick of the price that you have on your products or services is the most ideal price that's going to maximize profit. If you've never done any price testing, you damn well need to be doing that. With that said, part of the price testing is to figure out not only what your prices should be to maximize profit, but that plus giving yourself the capability to have a discount available and what that will do to the profitability of your operation that you have going as well, which we're talking about here. But we raised the prices by 15% to offer a 15% discount. With that, did the following things with the discount to make it known by users that were driving to the site from our Google ads, from our Facebook ads, and the like. We added a discount on our Google search ads, which 70-80% of the money that we're spending is spent on Google as well as Microsoft ads. Added a discount. So when I say added a discount on the search ads, what I mean is this is part of the real beauty of offering a discount. And by the way, your discount, you're going to have a certain discount for each at least month of the year, if not, inter-month, weekly sales, because people believe it and act on a discount more if it seems exclusive to the time of the year that it is. Just saying you offer 15% off, it's like, well, maybe I can get that next week. But if you say 15% off for 4th of July weekend, now you got something that they say, I have to be able to buy now or nothing. And that's what you're ultimately going for. So you create a discount in the back end of your website for 15% off. And that discount code should be like July 4th, 15. So people know just by looking at the discount code, it's exclusive for only a limited time to get the kind of impact on your sales and profitability that I'm talking about for yourself. What you do then on the Google search ad, like what we do and what you should do as well here, is instead of having your normal search ad that says marine speakers for sale, assuming you're targeting a keyword marine speakers, what you do is you say marine speakers for sale, 15% off all marine speakers for the next 7 days or until the end of the 4th of July weekend. What that'll do is it'll increase the click-through rate of your ad basically double, just by making that one small tweak. So, and what you do is you have your standard ad in your ad group or in your ad account, and then you have your sale ad. And what you do is you have that sale ad turned on anytime you're offering a discount, which in reality, this works so well, you want a discount going all the time. So you create an ad and that ad has the sale on it. And then what you do once a month is you update what the language is on the ad to reflect the sale that is occurring that month. So this month it's July sale, 15% off till the end of the month. Then in August, it's August sale, 15% off till the end of the month. In that, your ad always stands out now as the ad to click on. I mean, if there's 4 ads to click on at the top of Google for marine speakers, you're looking for marine speakers, and one says, 4th of July sale, 15% off speakers for this month only, you're going to be really compelled to click on that one because the rest of the ads, they kind of all just say that they offer marine speakers, but one has a sale going on. And that's the whole kind of beauty of this. That alone is going to make you a bunch of money in and itself because the click-through rate's going to go up so much higher. If you were making money from your ad, you just opened up double the available click share. Not only that, that's going to drop your cost per click due to Google's quality score system. It's going to get them to want to send a higher quality user to you because they want you to stick around as an advertiser because you're now doing better than the other advertisers, which is a whole thing that I've talked about many times on this channel before. With that, on top of it, your conversion rate's going to go up a little bit because that person's going to have more urgency. They're going to not procrastinate so much. For all those reasons, you got a lot more profit you're going to make just by having that. Now, naturally, you may say, by the way, for the people that were watching this that aren't going to do this, they're going to say, well, if I raise my prices 15%, nobody's going to buy from me because it's going to be so much, our product's going to be so much more expensive than our competitors, they won't buy from us anymore. Again, let me just put it this way. The simple way to explain this is if you advertise your discount well enough, every single person who you're marketing to now will know that the price is not the price. And a 15% higher price with a 15% discount is going to seem a hell of a lot more attractive to do business with you than a price that's 15% lower and no discount. That's why we're even talking about this here. So naturally, your price will be 15% higher for, let's say somebody who calls on the phone and wants to know a price. But even then you could say, but we have a 15% discount. And there's really no reason why not to do this. Because every time that they see the price, they're also going to basically know that there's a discount. And so that's not really the price. And then now you're going to have your urgency built in. That's the first way that we use the discount here for the boating supplies company. And way you should do it as well. We also had a discount on the banner ads and on Facebook ads. So one of the great things that we do most commonly here at our agency is we run Google ads, Bing ads. That's great at finding people in market for a product. And then we drive them to our site and then we do heavy remarketing. If they didn't buy from us, why didn't they buy? Do they not think it's the best product? Is it they need an incentive to buy now? Or do they not trust our brand as a whole, the company as a whole? And we'll have a whole string of ads that they see over the next 30 days or so that increases the likelihood that when they are ready to buy, because a lot of people, when they get to your site for the first time, they're not quite ready to buy yet. When they are ready to buy, they'll come back and buy from us at a much higher rate than if we didn't have those follow-up ads going, aka remarketing ads. One of the remarketing ads we'll run because we know it works so well, we'll do it every time, is to have an ad that says July special, 15% off if you buy by the end of July. And then that ad drives them to the site and we'll get people back to the site that wouldn't have necessarily come back to the site if we didn't have that ad show up for people that hit our site already. That's what we did. And then we'll do that on Google Display Network. We'll do that on Facebook. We'll do that on YouTube ads. We'll do that on demand gen campaigns, which will run ads on Gmail and YouTube as well. Basically, anywhere and everywhere we can run an ad, a retargeting ad, we'll run it because you'll get more exposure that way because certain people won't go to Facebook, but some will. Some people will go to YouTube, but they won't go to a blog where a banner ad can show to them. so you get more exposure from the people that you paid to get to your site and that you know are in market for your product right now. We did that. We added a discount on Google Merchant Center. So on your shopping ads, you can have a Google Merchant Center promotion. A lot of people hover over the shopping ads to see if there's a discount available on the ad before they decide to click through. And it gets them excited about buying from you and it increases the conversion rate. And I've literally had clients where we did that and then they started using the discount code a whole bunch and then they get pissed that they have to offer it a bunch, as if they do not realize that they would have never bought from you if you didn't have the discount code available. It's just a really wrong way to think about things and faulty thinking. And then finally, we use the discount to add on a Hello Bar on the website. So a Hello Bar, if you don't know what this is yet or haven't watched my other videos, on your website, the top inch of the screen, you can have a message up top. Everybody's seen these before. And what you can do is you can have this top inch of the screen say, July special, 50% off, making your purchase by the end of the month. With that said, it can only show up if the person had clicked on an ad, which the reason why I mention that is a lot of you guys don't want to offer a discount for people that were already going to buy and they were just coming back to let's say reorder. If they, for instance, we had a book printer. And a lot of people just come back and they're going to buy again anyway. They don't need a discount. We don't want to offer them a discount. But the people who click on our ad who have never been to the site, we can have that message at the top of the screen so they know the discount, but only them. So the Hello Bar can be programmed such a way. HelloBar.com if you want to go ahead and check that out. And one that works conditionally like that, which is what most of you guys need and will want. So anyway, with that said, we had it at the top part of the screen, and which is part of also, you want to do that as well, because when somebody sees an ad that has a sale on it and then they get to the site and there's no remnants of a sale there, it won't convert as well because people will say, well, do they really have a sale? Even though the ad said use code XYZ to get a discount, it still isn't as soothing to the user than seeing the top of the screen verify that they're having that sale. And it also just gets them a little bit more excited. Wow, they really are just promoting the sale or whatever. So anyway, those are all the things you should do. When we did it here, we got a 46% year-over-year sales increase for this particular client and a 19% year-over-year MER increase. MER meaning when you take your total sales at your company and divide it by total ad spend, that's your MER ratio, which is for e-commerce brands a lot more. You guys should be judging the effectiveness of your ads to decide if you can start spending more on ads that way than looking at the tracking inside your ad accounts, because the tracking inside your ad accounts miss a lot of the sales. So what you should do is find out a ratio of sales to ad spend that you're suitable with, and then everything just simply becomes about let's raise our ad spend 15%, let's wait for the sales to go up 15%, and then once that happens, let's raise the ad spend at 15% again, and then just keep doing that to scale your ads up. Or if you're not at that ratio yet, you do everything you can to get to that ratio, then you start scaling in the way that I just described. A sale is just not a sale from an ad. If you get a sale from an ad, or should I say, if you spend $50,000 a month on Google ads, your organic rankings are going to be helped a ton. Yet people will argue with me about that, but you damn well know if you spend $1 million in ads, and even if you broke even in terms of your ROI on that, you're going to get a lot of organic rankings through all the business that you're doing and just doing more business than anybody else in your industry. So the best SEO program literally is just figuring out a way to spend, because all the business that you're going to be doing and all the reviews you're going to be getting is going to signal to Google that you're an authority and it should rank you higher. So it's really that simple. Anyway, so that right there tells you how effective this actually is. And it's so easy to do. Raise your prices, offer a discount. Place your discount in all the places I just said, bang, you have these results. If you're a service, this also works, okay? That for business, for consumers, like if you are a business attorney, you don't obviously do this because it looks crappy. That is at least on the front end. We are also, with B2B companies, at least for the clients that don't have a hard head, we'll tell them, what you need to do is when you offer that proposal, if they don't say yes to it right away, your immediate rebuttal is going to be, assuming that it's somewhat about price or you aren't the lowest price or whatever, you tell them, hey, we'll give you 15% off of this price if you say yes in the next 72 hours. And it'll get somebody who is normally going to wait around and to make the decision right away, and you're going to get a much higher chunk of those proposals and deals that requests for proposals that you're sending out than you did before. If you're in a space where, half of the people are, buying on price, half are buying on quality, and quality is still linked to price. I mean, they're not going to spend an unlimited amount. You should be able to get 30% higher closing rates by having a discount available to people that you can offer to them either direct. Sometimes we'll just offer it to them right away. Here's the price. If you do it within the next 72 hours, it's this. If you do it after, it's this, which a lot of people don't want to do that because it seems a little cheesy. But at the very least, once they don't say yes within 72 hours, you come back to them and say, hey, if you're not, we'll give you this 15% off if you do it within the next 72 hours. And you'll be surprised how much that works. If you're doing consumer services, like your cleaning service, plumber, whatever, what you do there is you offer a discount on your landing pages. A landing page with an offer on it is going to work a hell of a lot better than one with not. Okay, so for your cleaning services page, instead of saying, hey, well, we offer cleaning services, call us. You say, we're offering a special on our cleaning services for July. It's 20% off. Here, mention this ad when you call for the 20% off. You will get a ton more calls. When I say a ton more, we're not talking about double, but we're talking about double-digit more calls for the same amount of ad spend and same amount of ad traffic you're driving to your site. And actually, not even saying that, that's not even true. For the same amount of ad traffic you're driving to the site, it'll increase your conversion rates. It's even on less ad spend actually, because the higher your conversion rate is, the lower your cost per click is going to be, which means you'll get more clicks for your ad budget due to Google's quality score system, and Facebook's algorithm works in a similar way as well. Anyway, you get the general idea there. What you can expect is on your local service page or service page in general, if you have an actual offer with a discount on it like that, you can get 20% higher conversion rates conservatively just by having that on the page. Regardless of what business type you have, as you can see here, this can actually work to your advantage quite a bit and have quite a large impact on what you're doing. I have a lot of other videos about discounting actually, and you creating an offer for your ad campaign so that your ad campaigns work better. Discounting is just one way to do it. I highly encourage you check those other videos out. If your goal is to make millions of dollars a year running ads for your business, this channel is the top channel that's going to have that information that you need to be able to do it. The reason why I can say that confidently is because I spend 40 hours a week doing ad testing at our ad agency on dozens of ad accounts to give you the working information on this channel that I give you about what works and even also what doesn't work. Whereas 99% of the other so-called gurus on YouTube, online, these are people regurgitating information from other sources. They don't even run any of their own ads. So if you're going to pay attention to anything, if this is truly your goal and you want it like you want air, then you need to subscribe to this channel already. You should also check out my blog if that's the case. My blog that I have at guaranteedppc.com/blog has a ton more information about how to make money with ads with specific step-by-step instructions. Whereas this channel talks about, the high-level theory on things. That actually has screenshots and the stuff that you can just literally copy paste and do directly that shows you directly how to do it. So you should also check that out as well. If you have any questions about anything I covered here, you can also obviously ask me in the comment section. I get back to every single person who leaves me a question or comment on this channel. I'm more than happy to do that just as a thank you for watching the channel and helping the channel grow. With all that said, you should play around with this yourself. Obviously, a 15% discount is just what we did for this marine supply company. And so we've had some cases where a 25% discount was the sweet spot to maximize profitability from our ad traffic we were driving to the client site. In other cases, it was just 10% because it didn't take quite as much. I'll tell you the general rule of thumb is the more that your offer is better in your market as a whole, the less of a discount you have to offer to reasonable jump in your sales results. And, just offering 30% versus 10 doesn't make you more money because it only gets you a bit more conversion rate on your traffic, but now it really eats into your margins. Whereas if you're in a hyper competitive market, a big discount is going to be what really moves the needle for you ultimately. So you should test the different discounts at different points. If you're one of those people that are still just angry at me yelling at the screen, I can't offer a discount, Corey, our margins aren't good enough. Well, then what I encourage you to do is to offer your discount if It's a conditional discount. If you spend over a certain amount, you get the discount. If not, you don't. Many times we'll do if you spent $500 or more, you get, a discount. And that encourages people to load up their cart also, by the way. So you could do things that way as well. Or offer, instead of a percentage off, you can offer a flat amount off. $20 off your order if you buy, basically by the end of the weekend or whatever. You can do it. That's another way to spin it. That's the basic advice I can give you about this. Test the different discounts and levels. This is basically as easy as it gets. You raise your damn price, you offer a discount, you throw it out there, and you see what happens to your conversion rate. And basically, every single time you're going to see an increase in conversion rate. The ROI that you got on each sale is going to be roughly the same because you've offset the discount with the raise in price you just did. Yes, raising your price does affect your conversion rate negatively, but it's offset by the increase in responsiveness of your audience once there's a discount available. And then some, obviously. Otherwise, you wouldn't get an increase in your profitability like we did with this one example of company I gave you here. So anyway, with that said, I think you should probably pretty clear for you, and that you obviously certainly do it. I love it when I hear on this channel people come back and say they actually did this stuff, because very few people, whereas it sounds nice and all that, they don't actually put the work in to do it. And I want you to do it. So anyway, I'll see you on the next one.
Remember when I said discounts was important during this video? Well, this video here tells you how to do it.